Hey guys, we are back with another video, and today we are going to be playing Kerbal Space Program. So, as you see in the speed build, I am currently making a space station. So, it's going to be a roughly basic sort of space station, I believe. I don't really know, but we are going to attempt to land it on the moon, but as you see later, that will completely fail. Actually, it will kind of succeed, kind of, but it won't really succeed. That's actually very confusing when I say it like that. But it actually won't succeed, and we'll use it just for a space station in Earth orbit. So right now we're doing the basic build of the space station. Actually, it's just the basic build you can see in the time lapse. So I'm just adding those science labs and then all of the other stuff. Then I'm adding those some sort of modules or stuff, the landing or the space station ones at the end of the hitchhiker modules. And as you see, I'm just extending this out and then doing that like that. And I'm going to be adding a fuel tank so I can do some mining with the mining. I actually don't know what the mining tools are called, and in my opinion, they're not that efficient. But I still added them, and yeah, and then I'm just adding the ore canisters for the the drilling machines. And then I'm just gonna add solar panels now. So as you see here, I'm adding the batteries for the solar panels, and then I'm going to be making the top of the actual spaceship. I'm adding some radios. So as you see, I've made the radios, and actually not the radios, more of the antennas. It should be called antennas. So I'm doing the antennas, and then I'm adding some more extra solar panels. I forgot to bind these to an action group, so I just had to open them by hand. So that's there now. I have to extend the well, right now I'm just testing solar panels, but I have to do the landing gear. So I'm putting the landing gear on right now. I don't know what that is, it just seems to be a glitch with my game right now. But there's just things like it's meant to be recovered, but it isn't. I've tried recovering them so much, but it's not there. They just hang around the entire video. So we're finishing putting on the landing legs right now, and then we're not going to put this on top of a massive rocket and launch it to the moon. We're just going to cheat it to the moon. And when I say cheat it to the moon, I mean we're going to use the cheats button to set our orbit around the moon, then deorbit ourselves and attempt to land, but as you see here, we won't be able to land. So I'm just attaching that in the VAB so it'll be easier, and then I'm using these Dart air spike engines and I'm putting them on. So I'm naming the 1 mon, I'm saving it. Actually not 1 mon 1. But I'm saving it right now, and then I'm going to clear all of the kerbals so there won't be any kerbals on this mission. Quickly put some probes right here so that it will be controllable. And then save it again, but this time as mon 101, and launch. So as you see here, I'm doing the cheat, and we're launching. So now we are in orbit around the Mun. So we are going to start deorbiting ourselves. We are going in a spin right now, but since the Apollo style command module has RTS thrusters, it was still somewhat okay. So you can see me using those now. So it took a long time, but I finally managed to get us into an orbit. I tried to do a maneuver, but the maneuver did not work whatsoever, so you can just ignore it. I'm still trying to get to that point where the maneuver node I was made, but I never actually succeeded to doing the maneuver node, so it was really a failed attempt. So I'm aligning to make the maneuver node, and I just passed it a little bit. So I'm retracting the landing gears, and then I don't know what to say. But I've aligned it, but my thrust and my engines did make my tank spin a lot. I'm using this. I can't tell if it was purposeful or it's just a glitch in KSP, but if you're like spinning uncontrollably like this and then you suddenly time warp, it suddenly stops your spinning. So that's a useful glitch you can use. So as you see, our periapsis of the Mun orbit is coming down fairly low now, but yeah, that's it. And then we are going to try to land on the Mun, but that is not going to be successful. But since we've gotten out of Mun orbit, we're suddenly gonna time warp down and then extend the landing gears. I have no clue why I extended that drill at the moment, but maybe it was just a pastime because this was very boring. So I'm now going to try to stable myself out and then put it on land so I can see how much meters I have down and go to do it. For some reason I got the maneuver node was still there, but I just decoupled the booster. If you had seen what I was doing in the cheats, I turned off impact damage. So as you see here, when we're gonna slam to the ground, we are not going to take any damage whatsoever. So as you see here, we just spin uncontrollably. So our thruster couldn't do that, but then I started to realize that the bouncing was coming from the bouncing of the actual landing gear. So I decided to just land normally and then do the landing gear later. But I also put on infinite fuel and infinite monopropellant, so that'll be perfectly fine. But yeah, I have no clue what I'm doing here right now, but I could since I was able to time warp, I could use that truck again, and I was able to stable myself out. If you want to see me do another Mun video, just let me know in the comments below, or if you want to see me go to another planet, tell that to me too. But so we are descending, and it says I can't time warp faster, but now we're coming down, and impact, and right now I thought I was landed right now, but I did not notice that I was actually flying in the air. So then when I touched down, the landing gears caused it to bounce off again. I mean, in the end, I actually kind of somewhat landed, but it was upside down, so I just terminated the build. So here we are flying up around the crater, not the mountain, but the crater, and then we're coming down, and yeah. So, as you see, I believe this is the one where we actually come to a final stop. But, oh no, but we've still landed, and yeah. So, with every bounce landing or something we do, our speed becomes slower, so it needs to be pretty slow. I believe we just hit the ground again, so as you see here, we are going into an uncontrollable spin. I mean, if I put more monopropellant thrusters, or any, and not just entirely relied on the Apollo command pod's monopropellant thrusters, we may have been able to stable this out. But this is what you're seeing right now. So I believe this is the exact one where we come to the final touchdown, and we stop moving. And I believe, yeah, that's us on the ground. So I was trying my best to get us upright, but as you see, it has not worked. So, yeah, but I'm trying to use the monopropellant thrusters to get us upright, but that's not working, so I just tried to shift our weight and push us up with the antenna, as you see me doing now. But it wasn't working. I just managed to spin it around. So at the end, I just went to the Space Center and terminated it. So, as you see here, I'm seepling out, and then I just went back to the KC, Kerbal Space Center, and then I just terminated it. And then now I just decided to take my Moonlander and then put it into outer space. So as you see here, I did not load my new one, so I did not have the SAS probes. So Jebediah, Kerben, and all the other Kerbals were coming. So I just took the booster so it could take itself out, hopefully deorbit itself. But it hasn't deorbited itself, so I've just launched, and then I'm going to put this into Earth orbit. Or, actually it's Kerben orbit, since everyone here lives in Kerben. All the Kerbals live in Kerben, so we're here, and then I'm attempting for the, I would like to say booster, but I don't know if it's actually considered a booster. Whatever that is, and then I am, as you see here, I'm gonna activate the engines, and then I deorbited it. Or, it's not deorbited, but I reverted back to flight, so it went back to normal, and there's no space junk around Kerben. But I'm just activating the solar arrays right now, that's what you see me doing. And then I'm activating the smaller solar panels. And then I'm going to get Jebediah Kerben on an EVA. So I'm quickly doing RCS to stabilize herself over here right now. And then I took him on an EVA. And let's go. I do not know how to come up in an EVA. So if any of you know how to, please tell me in the comments. But I do not know on an EVA how to EVA jetpack up. I tried pressing space, but it didn't work, so I tried my best to jump onto that and hold the ladder, but yeah. That is our space station. That's Jebediah. But now I'm coming to try to deorbit Jebediah to maybe get him safely home, because I do not think Kerbals feel any sort of it, but I just reverted the flight. If you enjoyed this video, please subscribe and like my video. Thank you. Bye.